My dear child, I whisper to you in the sacred stillness of Christmas Eve, as night wraps its enchanting cloak around us. Let your spirit find peace away from the bustling preparations and swirling thoughts. Draw a tranquil breath and know that I am closer than your heartbeat, yearning to embrace your soul with divine comfort. My precious one, I have existed eternally, and I will remain forever. Before celestial lights adorned the heavens, I cherished you, whispering your name into infinity's expanse, rejoicing in your future self. This evening holds something mystical, as a holy silence blankets the world, while hearts everywhere await Christmas's miracle. The atmosphere pulses with promise, even if chaos filled your hours or worries clouded your thoughts. Rest in the knowledge that I transcend time yet choose to dwell within it, sharing these moments with you. When creation unfurled and earth took shape, I was present, and in this hallowed moment I remain beside you. Feel my presence not as some distant memory, but as an intimate whisper within. Though I reign supreme over creation, I choose to make my home in mortal hearts, drawing near to guide your path. Marvel at how deeply you matter to me. As the world awaits the remembrance of my Bethlehem arrival, know that I speak your name with the same power that birthed light from darkness at creation's dawn. I am boundless, spanning every age and season, including this festive time of lights and melodies. Yet amid such splendor, my deepest wish is this intimate moment with you. Experience my presence as tangibly as evening's cool breath on your skin. I am not merely a Christmas tale, but the very essence of love that gives this season meaning. If you question your worth or doubt my devotion, remember that I crafted every fiber of your being with perfect intention. You were never an afterthought, but always treasured in my heart. My loyalty never wavers based on your actions. Like a parent cradling their newborn, my love encompasses every hope and tear you carry. Let this truth settle deep within. My greatest joy is being near you, regardless of your burdens. Though I am the timeless voice echoing through eternity, I am also the gentle whisper in your heart. Listen as I calm your fears. You walk not alone. Let my comfort wash over you, for I hold good plans for your future. Trust my guidance, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Gaze upon the nativity scene that captures hearts this season, the defenseless infant, the radiant star, the reverent hush of that blessed night. Within this story lies my heart's truth for you. I became vulnerable so you might understand my humility and closeness, even when life feels fragile and uncertainty looms. My dear child, know that I embraced mortality willingly, showing that no hardship is too small for my attention. I understand your longings and the weight of your exhaustion. Let me be your fortress as you reflect tonight. Pause to see the blessings I've already threaded through your story. A companion's gentle embrace, prayers finally answered, or simply the quiet blessing of continued breath with promise ahead. Each moment whispers of my constant presence. The most profound miracles often come not in grand displays, but in quiet moments of recognition that I've walked each step with you. My precious one, I yearn for intimate fellowship with you. In your life's masterpiece, every thread, golden or shadowed, can create something beautiful under my guidance. Surrender to me your unfulfilled hopes, past mistakes, and cherished aspirations. In exchange, I offer endless companionship and eternal dialogue through dawn and twilight, through victories and valleys. In this hallowed moment before Christmas dawns, let my timeless presence surround you. Transform these passing hours into stepping stones toward deeper connection with me. Listen carefully to your heart's quiet spaces where my spirit moves, ready to pour out solace, delight, and direction. I've witnessed your battles, your silent tears, and your moments of awe. I've rejoiced in your triumphs and stood near during setbacks. Nothing about you escapes my loving gaze, and nothing can break my hold on your life. Find peace in me tonight, letting earthly pressures and self-imposed standards dissolve into the simple truth that you are cherished, selected, and valued by the Eternal One. Let my serenity envelop you like winter's softest shawl. May each breath draw you closer to knowing that I am the unchanging constant, forever calling to you with voice both mighty and tender, timeless yet intimately present. This is my heart's desire, that you would embrace the vitality I breathe into you, releasing fear to step into love's fullness. Let this Christmas Eve become your milestone, where doubt surrenders to the warmth of divine fellowship, where gratitude replaces worry, and hope conquers uncertainty. I speak of Bethlehem, an ordinary town where extraordinary grace unfolded. Picture those winding paths through gentle hills, beneath a crystal-studded sky. In this modest setting, I chose to enter as a vulnerable infant, a deliberate expression of love, declaring that my heart beats for everyone, from palace dwellers to those in life's hidden corners. By choosing simplicity, I proclaim that even those feeling insignificant hold infinite worth in my eyes. Picture that first nativity, the warmth of gathered creatures, the humble stable's soft glow, fresh hay scenting the crisp night air. My arrival, though lacking worldly grandeur, carried heaven's greatest gift. My dear child, in that sacred night, no royal trumpets or crowds marked my coming. Only tender whispers and gentle cries pierced the darkness. This tranquility carried deep meaning, for my power needs no grand stage. Through Bethlehem's darkness, my radiance carved a path of promise for all seeking beyond their earthly vision. Consider those humble shepherds, their calloused hands and sun-weathered faces, watching their flocks beneath heaven's canvas. Though not scholars or nobility, they received heaven's grandest proclamation, as angels filled the night with glorious praise. These simple workers became my birth's first witnesses, showing how I cherish worth beyond earthly status. When you feel too small for greatness, remember these shepherds and know that I reveal wonders to vigilant hearts, regardless of their daily tasks. The celestial chorus rang out, "Glory in the highest and peace to those below." Carrying my heart's message to creation's edges, I brought not fleeting tranquility, but peace that reaches into humanity's deepest yearnings. This peace stands firm amid life's storms, rooted in my eternal love, inviting you to release your burdens at the manger's edge. Those wise travelers journeyed across distant lands, following my star to find the child who would transform all nations. Their precious offerings spoke of royalty, divinity, and sacrifice. Their winding path mirrors every truth-seeker's journey. Follow my light. However distant it seems, my invitation knows no boundaries, reaching across all peoples and places. In that humble stable, heaven touched earth, showing the lengths of my love to restore you to myself. This birth began salvation's story, not merely to share in earth's brokenness, but to heal it completely, carrying weights too heavy for human shoulders. That guiding star still shines today, ready to illuminate your heart's hidden corners with clarity and renewal. By choosing such humble beginnings, I draw near to the overlooked and lost. No place is too modest, no corner too shadowed for my presence. If you dwell in your own quiet Bethlehem, an unremarkable time or place, remember how I brought glory to the unexpected. In my kingdom, greatness often blooms in life's quiet corners. Offer me your ordinary moments, and watch as I transform them with eternal significance. Picture again that stable's gentle glow, where heaven's greatest gift arrived in perfect humility. Let this Christmas Eve remind you that I still enter the quiet places, still transform the ordinary into sacred space, still work wonders in hearts open to receive me. My dear child, this sacred scene, soft lullabies and wondering eyes, transcends time itself, mirroring my endless love for you. Through such humble arrival, I showed my deep understanding of your fragility, your sorrows, and your deepest longings. My compassion flows through every moment of my earthly presence, the manger standing as eternal proof that I share intimately in both your struggles and triumphs. This holy night carries more than mere remembrance. It extends an eternal invitation to draw close, to witness the love that moved me to step into mortal time with such gentleness. Let these moments echo in your spirit, reminding you of my tender care and your precious role in redemption's unfolding story. Heaven still rings with joyous praise, beckoning you to witness my unchanging devotion. My gift spans all ages, all peoples, and reaches beyond your deepest doubts. That tiny child, wrapped in swaddling clothes, became your bridge to eternity, offering endless mercy, boundless grace, and hope that outshines darkness. My spirit dwells within you. Ponder this miracle. I reside in your heart's depths, offering guidance uniquely personal yet infinitely powerful. I journey beside you through every triumph and trial. When daily burdens leave you feeling alone, pause and sense my gentle presence, closer than your own breath. Create quiet spaces in your day to simply be with me. Like watching dawn break or hearing birdsong, these moments become sacred meetings where I shape your heart and mind. As this rhythm deepens, watch old fears dissolve into assurance, criticism transform into grace. Through you, I bring peace where discord dwelt. When anxiety looms, remember you carry hope stronger than any challenge. Share your burdens with me, and watch as I guide each step, sometimes through sudden clarity, often through inexplicable peace. My presence equipped you with my very life. Just as I once calmed storms, my spirit still quiets your inner turbulence. In stillness, dream with me, seeing your life as our divine partnership. Through gentle nudges, I align your gifts with eternal purposes beyond earthly limits. Every moment becomes worship when shared with me. From morning tasks to evening rest, the hope I bring stands unshakable, anchored in victory over darkness. I renew you from within, preparing you for glory while giving glimpses of eternal joy even now. Walk forward knowing you carry heaven's light, my beloved child. Let each breath remind you of my presence, each step echo with purpose, for you move through life not alone, but hand in hand with eternal love itself. My dear child, let me share with you the profound truth of my eternal companionship through life's winding paths. When discouragement shadows your way, remember you carry not just your own strength, but my indwelling spirit, an unbreakable promise of presence. In the quiet moments between heartbeats, I wait to fill every chamber of your soul. Breathe deeply and open wide the doorways of your spirit. This living connection transforms not just your identity, but ripples outward to touch every dream and action. Like desert winds carrying ancient wisdom, I call you to prepare a sacred space within. In this world overflowing with endless demands and ceaseless noise, my voice sometimes seems distant. Yet I yearn to meet you in those hidden sanctuaries of your heart, breathing new life into faith that may have grown tangled in routine's thorny embrace. Think of your inner life as a garden requiring tender care. Without attention, weeds of distraction can overshadow devotion's delicate blooms. This preparation requires gentle honesty, examining where your thoughts wander and how you spend precious moments. Fear not this reflection, for recognizing what clutters your spirit marks the first step toward freedom. I seek not perfection, but a heart willing to be cleansed and renewed. Like a stream carrying autumn leaves, let your burdens float away on mercy's current. In that cleared space, peace settles like morning dew, and clarity dawns like sunrise over still waters. Picture preparing for a beloved guest, how you would arrange everything just so, waiting with joyful expectation. This same anticipation opens your eyes to my movement in daily life. You might discover my guidance in unexpected moments of peace, in nature's endless testimony, or in the quiet whispers of prayer. As you clear away life's debris, plant new seeds of devotion through contemplative silence, hearts turned toward prayer, and service flowing from love. Don't lose heart if progress seems slow. Gardens need constant tending, and spiritual growth follows similar patterns. My patience extends beyond your understanding, and I celebrate each step you take toward me, even when stumbling. Watch how each yes to me expands your capacity for joy. As you make space for my presence, ordinary moments transform. Sunrises become love letters, work becomes worship, relationships deepen, purpose clarifies, and peace multiplies. Like Mary's humble acceptance and Bethlehem's simple stable, your willingness to make room invites divine presence. Every moment offers fresh opportunity to release distractions, surrender regrets, welcome transformation, embrace purpose, and experience peace. Remember, my beloved, I am the Lord who draws near, whose voice pierces through chaos, who delights in meeting those who prepare a place in their hearts. My presence reshapes everything, not just in fleeting moments, but in the eternal dance of divine love meeting human hearts. As you journey forward, know that each step can be one of readiness. I am not silenced by life's clamor, and I take infinite joy in meeting you in spaces cleared for my arrival. This invitation extends beyond single moments into an eternal rhythm of love and grace. Let your life become a living sanctuary, where mercy flows freely, grace abounds endlessly, peace reigns supremely, love grows boundlessly, and hope blooms eternally. In this sacred journey of preparation and presence, remember that I chose humanity, with all its beautiful limitations and soaring possibilities. My incarnation bridges heaven and earth, making every moment potential holy ground where divine love meets human need. Your openness to my presence creates ripples far beyond your understanding. As you clear space for me, you become a living testimony that love incarnate still walks the earth through surrendered hearts. Each breath can whisper prayer, each step can echo purpose, for you move through life not alone, but hand in hand with eternal love itself. Let this truth settle deep. I am nearer than your next breath, more faithful than dawn's arrival, more certain than gravity's pull. In making space for me, you open yourself to transformation that touches not just your life, but reaches into eternity itself. Walk forward in this sacred dance of presence, knowing that every moment holds potential for divine encounter. For I am the God who chose to draw near, who delights in filling spaces prepared with love, who transforms ordinary moments into eternal significance through the miracle of incarnate love. My dear child, my descent into your world was no passing gesture of kindness, but an eternal choice born from deepest love. I witnessed your world's brokenness, felt the weight of your burdens, and saw how fear created chasms between us. So I chose to bridge that vast expanse, not through distant declarations, but by weaving myself into humanity's very fabric. I am not some remote deity watching from afar. I walk beside you, sharing every breath, every heartbeat of your journey. Consider how I, who crafted the cosmos, chose to become as fragile as morning dew, as dependent as a newborn's first cry. This was no diminishment of glory, but a willing embrace of love's deepest expression. Your every tear, every smile that brightens your face, I notice them all. I understand human emotion's intricate dance because I have lived it. When sorrow pierced my heart at a friend's tomb, I wept without restraint. When celebration called at wedding feasts, my joy flowed like wine. These weren't mere performances. They were genuine expressions of a heart fully engaged in human experience. I walked dusty paths, touched those society cast aside, and opened my arms to the heartbroken. No wound was too deep, no suffering too great to keep me from drawing near. My hands healed the sick, my voice brought hope to the desperate, and my presence offered life to those who felt forgotten. Long ago, humanity's connection with me splintered under fear's heavy weight. People tried countless paths back through ritual and sacrifice, but the chasm remained. Instead of demanding more from you, I made the journey myself. At Calvary, I shouldered a burden no human could bear, completing the reconciliation that began in Bethlehem's humble manger. In that small town, amid poverty and obscurity, I kindled hope's eternal flame. The world's systems of power crumbled before a child born among animals, a child who would ultimately conquer death itself. When circumstances seem impossible, remember that I have stepped into impossibility before and will do so again. My presence carries renewal's power, breathing life into the most barren places. Some question why I didn't arrive with royal fanfare, commanding allegiance from every nation. Such display might have impressed minds but would have failed to capture hearts. Instead, I came quietly, overlooked by those seeking grandeur, yet discovered by those humble enough to peer into a manger and find heaven's heartbeat there. My love defies logic's boundaries, choosing gentle persuasion over force, invitation over coercion. My decision to depend on earthly parents' care proclaimed a love so radical it echoes through eternity. This wasn't merely a historical event. It shaped your present reality. The same compassion and empathy I showed then extends to you now. When you pray, know that your words reach one who truly understands human experience. Temptations pull, wearinesses wait, the longing for comfort. I harbor no illusions about your struggles, yet my heart remains unchangeably gracious. I approach you not with condescension, but with the empathy of one who has walked your path and yearns to lighten your load. Let this truth settle deep. My incarnation declares your immense worth. You are no accident or afterthought. My willingness to share mortality honors every aspect of your being, body, mind, and spirit. No part of your daily existence is too small for my attention, no question too trivial for my wisdom, no flaw beyond my restoring touch. Contemplate this miracle often, especially when hope seems distant. Remember how I chose birth in poverty's cradle, walked among society's outcasts, endured betrayal's sting, and ultimately triumphed over destruction itself. This stands as an eternal invitation to recognize my nearness, closer than your next heartbeat, present in every detail of your journey. I came not merely to dwell briefly among humanity, but to demonstrate my heart's eternal yearning for reconciliation and renewal. Let this reshape your self-perception and transform how you love others. If I, the universe's creator, embraced human experience, surely you can extend grace first to yourself, knowing my redemption covers you, then to those around you, reflecting the love I've freely given. In these quiet moments of reflection, let my incarnation remind you that you have never been, and will never be, alone in your struggles. My love spans every moment, every breath, every heartbeat of your existence, wrapping you in eternal embrace. My dear child, I remain forever the one who chose to walk in your footsteps, to bear your burdens, and to transform your heart through boundless love. Though I began in a humble manger, my love carries the might to restore the shattered, heal the broken, and guide wandering souls back to eternal grace. Let me draw your attention to a wonder so profound it reshapes your entire understanding. Picture the vastness of my existence, eternal, unlimited by space or time. Then marvel at how I chose to wrap myself in the same delicate flesh you inhabit. This was no mere performance or fleeting appearance, but a deliberate choice to enter every dimension of human experience. From the moment I breathed galaxies into being, I watched over creation. Yet, I did not remain distant on some far throne. I yearned for the day when I could walk beside you, share your daily existence, and express my love in ways your heart could grasp. So I stepped into history, choosing to experience the full spectrum of human emotions: joy, sorrow, fatigue, laughter, friendship's warmth, and betrayal's sting. When you wonder if I truly understand your deepest pains, your quiet hopes, or unspoken longings, remember that I have felt them too. When weariness bows your head, I recall my own moments of exhaustion. When unexpected blessings bring joy, I remember the delight of faithful companionship and lives transformed by truth. My earthly journey was not merely an act of empathy. It was a radical restoration. The brokenness marring humanity's relationship with me ran deep through centuries of distrust, guilt, and fear. Rather than commanding you to climb back to me, I descended into your world, bridging the chasm myself. By becoming human, I not only experienced your daily reality, but shouldered burdens you could never bear alone. Consider this miracle's magnitude: divinity embracing humanity. It defies all worldly concepts of power and triumph. In a quiet Bethlehem night, ultimate divinity arrived in an infant's vulnerability. No royal guards, no majestic processions, only birth's raw simplicity among the lowly. I chose this setting to demonstrate my heart for the overlooked and marginalized. Each time you feel insignificant, each moment your voice seems unheard, remember that I once lay in a manger, showing that true significance often dwells in unexpected corners. As I grew from child to man, every step testified to heaven's majesty merging with earth's soil. I knew wood's texture against my hands, weary muscles ache, and heartfelt laughter with beloved friends. My empathy flows not from distant observation, but from genuine identification with your every tear. In my interactions with society's outcasts, children, and even skeptics, I demonstrated grace in action. These weren't scripted scenes, but genuine expressions of my desire to restore broken hearts. If you doubt my forgiveness, reflect on how I touched the untouchable and welcomed the scorned. My incarnation proclaimed that no hurt exceeds healing's reach, no sin surpasses redemption, no wound runs too deep for love to mend. I didn't shield myself from life's hardships, but embraced them fully, showing love that persists through rejection and scorn. Yet my incarnation spoke not only of addressing pain but unveiling eternal hope. Where others saw a carpenter's son, I revealed power to calm storms, raise the dead, and breathe life into dry bones. When the world declared finality at the cross, I transformed despair into history's greatest triumph. This same transformative power lives among you now. My spirit dwells within, whispering that no darkness lasts forever, no obstacle stands insurmountable, no brokenness remains final. My love's breadth exceeds your imagination. I step into every type of human need, from poverty to prosperity, from reverence to ridicule. My favor never depends on social status, wealth, or reputation. Whether you stand in palaces or shacks, boardrooms or back alleys, my gaze remains unchanged, longing to connect. Every beating heart can become my spirit's sanctuary. Let my birth ignite holy wonder within you. Understand that I chose this path to restore you to unhindered, unafraid, unconditionally loved relationship with me. Bethlehem's manger marked redemption's threshold, revealing a God so enamored with his children that heaven's grandeur paled against the chance to cradle them in compassion. Even now, I stand ready to extend this love deeper than any fear or doubt. In my incarnation, I demolished every barrier, declaring you worth every sacrifice. You're not wandering unseen or unloved. You're cherished by one who knows your every emotion's texture, your every dream's arc. My incarnation echoes through ages, calling you toward hope and restoration. Let this miracle draw you into closer communion with me, eager to pour out love on those around you. For truly, the incarnation reveals my heart's greatest desire, to bring you from isolation into everlasting joy's fullness. The peace I offer transcends human understanding, flowing from my nature into trusting hearts. Unlike the world's fragile peace, mine stands unshaken by any force in creation. I see every detail of your life, every doubt, longing, and question, offering peace to guard your heart like a vigilant sentinel. To receive this gift, surrender your anxieties into my care. I don't ignore your worries, but stand ready to bear them. Picture opening your hands, releasing control to the one whose perspective spans beyond present moments and whose power encompasses every possibility. Create daily stillness to quiet surrounding noise and turn toward me. In silence, let my spirit calm racing thoughts. Simple moments of breathing deeply and whispering surrender can redirect minds from fear to my presence. These consistent quiet spaces train your soul to remember you're never alone in life's struggles. Anchor yourself in my promises, countless assurances of faithfulness and care. Let these truths sink beneath anxious thoughts, creating space where doubt diminishes and peace flourishes. Learn to distinguish between genuine concerns and fearful imaginations, letting my clarity guide you toward perfect peace. For I am the eternal one who chose to walk your path, to share your struggles, and to transform your world through love that knows no bounds. Let this truth reshape every moment, every breath, every step of your journey. My dear child, learn to distinguish between genuine wisdom and fear's hollow echoes. Through daily discernment, free yourself from the chains of imagined catastrophes, finding rest in the knowledge that I hold your tomorrow in my hands. Never mistake my peace for a life without challenges. In this broken world, trials remain inevitable, yet my peace stands as your unwavering companion. Rather than removing obstacles, I journey through them beside you, revealing how my grace transforms even the darkest moments into pathways of growth. This divine alchemy may not unfold instantly, nor match your anticipated outcomes, but trust that I work ceaselessly on your behalf. When your heart trembles beneath life's pressures, let that very quaking draw you closer to my embrace, where unfailing security awaits. My peace extends far beyond your personal sphere. As you dwell in the serene assurance of my steadfast love, those around you feel its ripple effects. Your interactions grow gentler, your words carry more wisdom, and your compassion flows more freely. During conflicts, you bring reconciliation's spirit, grounded not in fear, but in unshakable faith. This doesn't mean you'll avoid all misunderstandings, but you carry within you the capacity to respond with grace. My peace, working through your life, becomes a beacon in world's chaos, guiding others toward true security's source. Remember that accessing this peace requires continual heart posturing. Each day demands realignment of thoughts and renewed surrender of burdens. Though each dawn may bring fresh worries and seemingly insurmountable challenges, it also offers another invitation to trust me anew. Embrace this cyclical journey as part of our deepening relationship. The more you lean into my promises, the swifter your soul returns to its place of rest. My peace comes as a precious gift, freely given, not as reward for perfect behavior or exceptional faith, but flowing from my very nature as peace's prince. I long to restore what's broken and soothe what's wounded within you. Step into this rest that remains steadfast when all else wavers. Let this truth penetrate your core. You are held, beloved, and wrapped in the certainty that I stand for you. No trial can separate you from my enduring care. I speak to you of a stance transcending human wisdom, a simple, open-hearted faith mirroring a child's wonder. Remember the shepherds who eagerly heeded heaven's announcement, and wise men who followed a single star. Though they lacked complete understanding, their hearts brimmed with anticipation. Approach me without cynicism's burden, letting curiosity and hope guide your steps. This childlike perspective doesn't ignore life's harsh realities, but infuses them with warmth and vigor, keeping your spirit fresh and eager. When you view life through wonder's lens, you rediscover joy in ordinary moments. Each sunrise becomes my gift, every gentle breeze carries my voice, and simple mercies, a friend's greeting, shared laughter, propel you into deeper awareness of my presence. Consider a child's first steps, each wobble full of excitement. Similarly, every day offers opportunities for faith to grow stronger. I don't ask you to deny challenges, but to view them through hope's lens, knowing I stand ready to guide and sustain. Children dwell in possibility's realm, unburdened by adult limitations. They see no boundary too vast, no dream too grand. When you embrace this openness, you align with my heart that delights in giving good gifts and revealing new paths. Though experience may have taught caution, trust that my love supersedes every disappointment. Even when circumstances remain unclear, remember how I guided seekers from distant lands by a single star. So too will I illuminate your path, step by step, as you keep your gaze fixed on me. My dear child, in the quiet moments of reflection, I witness your tears and know they are not signs of wavering faith, but rather expressions of deep yearning for my healing touch in this broken world. Your weeping demonstrates a profound understanding that this world needs divine intervention, and your heart resonates with my own desire for restoration. A child's heart beats with pure wonder and unfiltered joy. This is the spirit I wish to nurture within you. Just as little ones beam with delight at the smallest presence, I urge you to cultivate a heart that recognizes and celebrates every blessing, no matter how modest it may appear. When you maintain this awareness of my gifts, your spirit becomes more attuned to my presence, allowing joy to flourish where discontent once dwelled. Consider the humble shepherds of Bethlehem. Though they possessed little worldly wealth, their hearts overflowed with euphoria upon hearing of my arrival. Their jubilation was so profound that they couldn't contain the magnificent news, spreading word of my birth far across the lands. This exemplifies the pure faith I seek in you. In returning to childlike simplicity, you free yourself from the burden of pretense. Children rarely attempt to impress others or conceal their genuine inquiries. They approach life with refreshing directness, confident that those who are wiser will provide guidance. Similarly, I welcome your every question, doubt, and frustration. Our relationship thrives on honesty rather than performance. When you lay bare your vulnerabilities before me, my grace flows abundantly, sufficient to cover every imperfection, every uncertainty, and every shortcoming. Like the wise men who melt in reverence and the shepherds who proclaim my name with passionate fervor. Your story becomes powerful when you trust me completely. I speak now of a mystery so vast, the human language barely scratches its surface. Your spiritual rebirth through my spirit. During my earthly ministry, I taught of a kingdom not defined by temporal power or material abundance, but by transformed hearts and an unshakable sense of belonging. Through my sacrifice, this kingdom became accessible to you, offering a new identity that transcends your role as a temporary resident in a broken world. Consider the old patterns that once defined you, the regrets, shame, and fears. These need no longer dictate your identity. In your moment of surrender, when you chose to trust in my love, something profound awakened within you. This transformation extends far beyond behavioral modification. It represents a fundamental shift in your very essence. By becoming my child, you join a lineage more magnificent than any earthly heritage. Throughout history, countless faithful men and women have walked similar paths, occasionally stumbling but consistently drawn by my spirit toward a higher purpose. You now stand among them, grafted into a family narrative that transcends cultural and generational boundaries. This kingdom identity manifests in everyday life through the recognition that you belong irrevocably to me. You have a permanent place at my table, a secure position in my household. Even when you feel displaced or misunderstood elsewhere, my door remains perpetually open. This understanding transforms how you face life's trials. Rather than viewing hardships as signs of rejection, you can recognize them as opportunities for my grace to shine more brilliantly. Instead of seeing failure as a final verdict, you can embrace it as a chance to grow, to lean more fully on me, and to experience my redemption anew. Let the wonder of your spiritual rebirth permeate your understanding of self-worth. While the world assigns value based on achievements, appearance, and fleeting accolades, your true worth flows from the one who crafted galaxies, yet knows you by name. My fingerprints are evident in your mind, heart, and imagination. You are a unique manifestation of divine artistry. Your calling extends beyond any single role or career path, permeating every aspect of life. Relationships, community service, personal growth, and acts of compassion. Each interaction becomes an opportunity to reflect my love, as you allow my spirit to shape your words and actions, embodying the kindness, courage, and humility characteristic of my kingdom. This rebirth marks not an endpoint but the beginning of a lifelong journey. Just as a newborn requires nourishment and care to thrive, your spiritual life needs intentional cultivation. Stay rooted in my word, letting it guide your thoughts and shape your character. Seek my voice in prayer not as a ritual but as genuine communion. Embrace the hope of eternity that courses through your veins. This earthly life represents but a moment compared to the forever I have prepared for those who love me. While current trials may seem overwhelming, they cannot diminish the glory that awaits. Each act of faithfulness, each spark of kindness, and each moment of worship reverberates into an everlasting future. One day, you will understand how your seemingly small gestures of obedience carried significance beyond your imagination. The tapestry of your life, woven with threads of faith and love, extends far beyond your present understanding. Remember, beloved child, never settle for a lesser version of yourself. Too often, my children limit themselves through comparison or doubt. You are uniquely crafted, deeply loved, and purposefully placed in this time and space. Let this truth guide you as you walk in the fullness of who I created you to be. My dear child, as I gaze upon your heart today, I want to speak to you about the profound freedom that awaits when you release yourself from the endless cycle of comparison and worldly expectations. The chains of conformity that bind you to society's molds were never meant to be your destiny. Each time you measure yourself against others, you cloud the unique vision I have crafted specifically for your life. Let me remind you of the extraordinary price I paid to set you free. My sacrifice wasn't merely to forgive your past. It was to unlock a future where you could stand tall, unencumbered by the weight of others' expectations. When you feel the pressure to conform, remember that you bear my royal seal, marked not by earthly standards but by heavenly purpose. I see how bravely you try to navigate this world's complexities. Your heart yearns to love deeply, to serve with complete dedication, and to dream without restraint. Yet sometimes, those persistent whispers of inadequacy creep in, suggesting you're too flawed or unworthy for such aspirations. In these moments, I want you to hear my voice above all others. You are reborn into my kingdom, and my kingdom stands unshakable. Your journey of transformation isn't meant to be walked alone. I am beside you at every turn, through every valley and mountaintop. When you stumble, and you will stumble, for this is part of growth, don't hide in shame. Turn your face toward mine. My arms are always open, ready to lift you back to your feet. And in those moments of triumph, let your praise echo back to the one who set your feet upon this path. Let my spirit be the breath in your lungs, the whisper in your heart, constantly reminding you that your old identity has been transformed. You are no longer defined by past mistakes or present struggles. You are my child, born anew into a life overflowing with grace, purpose, and eternal hope. Let this profound truth color every choice you make, every word you speak, every dream you pursue. When you interact with others, let them see in you the reflection of my love. Your daily actions become a living testimony, declaring to a watching world that you belong to me. In your workplace, among your family, in quiet moments alone. Each setting becomes an opportunity to demonstrate the reality of your heavenly citizenship. I want to fill your heart with joy today, not a fleeting happiness based on circumstances, but a deep-seated celebration of all I have accomplished in you and all I have yet to reveal. Release your regrets and fears into my capable hands. They were never yours to carry. Instead, fix your gaze on my unchanging presence, letting each new dawn remind you of my faithfulness. Consider the lengths I went to bring you into my family. The price was beyond measure, yet I considered you worth every drop of sacrifice. This same love continues to pursue you, to shape you, to guide you toward the destiny I've prepared. When gratitude fills your prayers and worship lifts your spirit, my heart delights in yours. Just as I once stepped into your world as a humble child, I will return in glory. Until that magnificent day dawns, know that I remain with you always, in the gentle morning light, through the bustle of noon, and in the quiet watches of night. My presence never wavers, my love never diminishes, my commitment never falters. I invite you into a fellowship so deep that burdens dissolve into peace and weariness transforms into rest. Even now, I am preparing an eternal home where all who love me will dwell in perfect unity with me forever. Let this promise illuminate your path as you walk through each day, knowing that every step brings you closer to the fulfillment of all I have spoken over your life. Remember, precious child, that your worth isn't measured by accomplishments or accolades, but by the immeasurable price I paid to make you mine. When the world tries to squeeze you into its mold, stand firm in the knowledge that you were created to reflect my glory in ways uniquely your own. In moments of doubt, recall how I've guided you through past storms. In seasons of joy, let your laughter ring out as a testimony to my goodness. In times of waiting, trust that I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances for your good and my glory. Your life is a story I'm writing with careful attention to every detail. Each chapter, whether filled with triumph or trial, serves a purpose in the greater narrative of my love. Don't rush past the difficult passages or skip ahead to what you think should come next. Trust my timing, my editing, my perfect plan for your story. I see your heart's deepest longings, the dreams you barely dare to whisper. Know that I planted those desires within you, and I am faithful to bring to completion every good work I begin. Your future is secure in my hands, your path is illuminated by my word, and your steps are ordered by my wisdom. Let my love be your foundation, my truth your compass, and my spirit your constant companion. As you continue this journey of transformation, remember that you carry within you the very power that raised Christ from the dead. This same power is available to you each day, enabling you to live beyond your natural abilities and into the supernatural life I've called you to embrace. Walk forward in confidence, beloved child, not in your own strength, but in the unshakable assurance that I am with you, for you, and working through you. Your life is a testament to my grace, a beacon of my hope, and a vessel of my love to a world in desperate need of truth. With eternal love, your heavenly Father,